Alrighty, howdy neighbors, and welcome back to Corpse Party Book of Shadows. Last time, where is it? He got quad. And now he's been blawed. It all happened in an instant. Kizami just grabbed his head in both hands and let out a cry of pain that didn't even sound human. What is it? What is this? What the hell is this voice I'm hearing? Did I really want a little sister? I did. I wanted a little sister. Someone weaker than I. Yes, someone who needed me. Was I really a little sister that I wanted? That's right, if I had a little sister, I'd change. My head. Kizami, no. He grabbed his head again and began stumbling around. He looked like he was in real pain. There were even tears in his eyes. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it all. What does it all mean? I don't need a reason. Not now. It's too late for that. This is who I am now. This is what I've become. Everything is mine. I've stomped out everyone in my way and held my head high the whole time. I think it's the ghosties of your classmates. It's telling you you's a bitch. I love Kizami though. I'm gonna miss him. Oh yeah, spoilers, he's gonna die. Whoopsie. Fun fact, I looked down for a second because I have a fidget that I use while my other hand is busy. And I was looking out of the corner of my eye. I looked back at the dialogue and it looked like eyeballs. And I was like, what the fuck? Sorry. Okay, continue. Sorry. Are you okay? Does your head hurt? There's some headache medicine in my pocket. Yuka, don't help him. You can take some if you want. You're making him feel things. Huh? No, 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 no! Kizami, no! How was it come to this? If I had a little sister, maybe I would have liked it, but my brother should. Yes, I'm sure of it. Even just like my asshole brother, who was crying. Zombie. He fell to his knees. It just stayed like that. Not moving. I'm not even breathing. Hi. After another unnerving yell, the huge man with the hammer just stood there, staring at me, with my blood splattered all over him. Somehow, though, I got the impression he wasn't going to attack me. You're here to save me. He's sad. Kill that bitch. Here's one hand toward me, slowly and gently. Though it may have been a little too slowly, he moved like a zombie, as if I were watching a TV show in slow motion. Oh, that's right, because he couldn't save the other students. Oh no! What's wrong? Redeem yourself, save her. It almost seemed like he was afraid of me. But I was just a little girl tied to a table. What could he possibly think I'd do to him? Is there someone else here? Sachiko. It's Pikachu. Hey Nancy. I wasn't even sure you heard the question. He was looking at me. He was looking past me. At Pikachu. I want to know what you're looking at. It's Pikachu. Kill her. Oh, he's so upset. His mournful yell echoed throughout the room. My arms and legs suddenly went slack. I felt like I could move them now. Slowly I opened my eyes and confirmed that this enormous man had just smashed and break the dry knots that were holding my hands and feet in place. I knew I didn't have much time. I tried my hardest to wake up my sleeping hands and feet and shake the broken, splintered ropes off my wrists and ankles. Kill her. He has the sad. I don't think running through the door is a good idea because we're not. Our limbs aren't awake, so that's not a good idea. Arms and legs were still so numb, and I couldn't trust myself to get out of them safely. I did something else. I had to buy time. We used Kizami. It seemed like the little girl was pulling the huge man's strings, and he didn't really want to hurt me. So maybe I could reason with him? What are you doing? Kill her. He said, no, bitch. What's wrong? He suddenly doubled over and began clawing at his throat, seemingly in a great deal of pain. Reasoning with him really wasn't going to work. He was too unstable, and if it came down to me or the little girl, I'm pretty sure I wouldn't win. That'd be my best chance to escape. Yeah, well, we already said we weren't gonna go for the door right now. So maybe Kizami has something. If I can look for the body. Maybe we should get the ground. I didn't do anything. Wait for it. Cool. Oh wait, no, sorry. we go. A bottle. There's a bottle on the ground filled with transparent liquid. Take it. Take it. I wonder what's in here. It's not water, is it? Alright, hydrochloric acid. How long are you planning to squat there like that? Kill her. Instinctively, I threw the glass bottle at the huge man with the hammer. Sad. I'm sorry. He flinched and stumbled backward. His hammer was still raised, however, and smashed right into one of the light bulbs in the ceiling, shattering it. It's dark. But I might be able to get away now. The feeling had begun to return to my legs, so I wasted no time. Literally yelling, "Excuse me," as I left. I darted out of the dark alley. This is when I remembered the layout to avoid obstacles and reached the door. Good girl! Look at her go! Excuse me while I save the game in another save spot because I can't guarantee them. Oh, Sachiko is pissed! Hey, did you do that on purpose? Worthless scum. Fix it or you get no more rewards from me. Have his knees, hold on. He's not doing anything. I can't see it anymore. As soon as I said it, it just vanished. And now it's up, and it hurts. Fuck, dude. Just go after her already. No, he has the big sad. How many times have you crossed paths with that girl now? Maybe she has the paper scrap to keep her safe. Her fate hasn't been sealed yet. I mean, you don't have to worry about needing to pee anymore. I have to find somewhere to hide. You hear the sounds of someone else running. It's a short distance in front of me. I couldn't make out who it was with any certainty, but I did briefly catch a glimpse of a figure retreating into darkness, and it looked like... Big brother? No, it's a lie! That was Big Brother just now, wasn't it? I took off in pursuit. If that was Big Brother, then I had to catch up with him. Big Brother, Big Brother. He mustn't have heard me. His pace never slowed. I saw him disappear around the corner. He's not stopping. I have to go after him. Big Brother, Big Brother. I was in the lab? Disappeared around the corner. So he went this way? What does this run? God. What does disappear around the corner mean? This way? Is there a dead body I can look at? It's really cold in here. There's no taking it back. There's no going back. There's no... Paper is torn at this point. No, the rest of the sentence. I think I just need to go, honestly. I'm just gonna go. How come this is Yuka's music? No move bodies. Earthquake? What's that noise? Yeah. Suddenly my field of vision started going topsy-turvy. Was I falling? It was an earthquake. But there was more than just that. The floor beneath me was moving up and down, in time to the quake's left and right motion. Oh my god, how many times are we gonna say Big Brother in this chapter? I tried putting one hand on the floor for balance and getting back to my feet. I need to keep going after Big Brother, otherwise I'll lose his trail. I thought I'd done it. I was standing now, and I started getting used to the vibrations. As long as I hugged the walls, I could walk. But that all quite literally came crashing down around me soon enough. The wildly shaking floor creaked, then crumbled, and I was free falling. Maybe we can say hi to Sayaka. I raised my head. I found myself laying on top of a pile of rubble. It wasn't too much worse for wear, though, all things considered. Wait, the pile of rubble! No! Did we just trap ourselves in? Where am I? I looked all around me frantically, but saw nothing even remotely familiar. It was definitely someplace new. And it didn't feel much like a school anymore. The walls and floor were made of packed dirt, with only railroad tiles, keeping it all together. It's really musty down here. I knew I was underground. I had to be. It just felt that way. There were no windows anywhere, and based on the smell, there was no ventilation either. It's really hard to breathe. Oh no, Big Brother. Big Brother might have gotten caught off guard by that earthquake too, I thought. He could be down here. It was a big one after all. Maybe he was injured. Maybe he could move. I have to find him right away. I tried pushing myself up from the pile of rubble, ready to shoot to my feet and continued the search. That didn't last long, however. My hands and feet were still a little numb from the ropes, making it hard to keep my balance. I fell back onto my butt. My underwear was completely waterlogged. Like a full sponge, it squished unpleasantly on the debris, sending a cold chill through my entire body. What's going on? I reached down and felt it, and it was absolutely soaked through. It took forever for it to dry. That's right, I forgot I peed myself. I was so wrapped up in running for my life and chasing after Big Brother, I didn't even notice the wetness. But now I couldn't get it out of my mind. It's so gross. Tears were welling up in my eyes. How could I be so pathetic? I forced myself to my feet, doing my best to try ignoring the squishy sensation. I won't be able to ignore it for long, though. My panties were noticeably heavier now. The urine they absorbed was practically ice cold. It couldn't go on like this. I was going to get a rash or catch pneumonia or something, and every step was going to be its own form of mushy, gushy hell. But what could I do? I could take them off, but then what? Carry them with me? Ew. Leave them on the floor for someone to find? No thanks. The hell is he gonna do for you? I swallowed my pride, held back my tears as best I could, and waddled onward. Isn't there anywhere I could go to get these off? Yeah, there's a restroom. Oh, the layout's different. Layout's different. Hi. It's a set of skeletal remains. Given its tiny stature, it's likely belonged to an elementary school student in life. His student ID name tag halfway lodged inside the poor girl's ribcage. Great Harbor Elementary School. Chihiro Tamamura. My favorite wall. My second favorite wall. Door sealed firmly shut. There's no way to open it. Oh good, because I'm not a boy. And I know that you could be like, oh no, it's for boys! So. Let's go. This is an actual bathroom. There are no protective seals, and no weird smells. The only bathrooms I'd seen up to this point were unusable. Charms on the doors mysteriously sealing the room shut, body hanging from the stalls. But this looked like a completely normal bathroom. It's certainly the most normal I've seen getting stuck in this place anyway. It sucks that in the murder basement it's the most normal. Who's just a wood on the ground here? Take it. This must be useful for something. Wired piece of wood. I wonder if I can get in the stalls. I tried pulling on the wooden stall doors. Is anybody in there? I listened carefully for any hint of response, even going so far as to hold my breath. If somebody did respond, it would be pretty scary. But there wasn't a single sound to be heard. The entire room was dead silent. The walls were made from packed dirt, after all, and there was a lot of moisture in the air. Effectively, the whole place was naturally soundproofed. It's perfect, there's nobody else around. I backed away from the stall slightly, and almost tripped over a fairly sizable crack in the ground. Almost 5 centimeters wide and 1 centimeter thick. This might be a good spot to hide them. Finally, I was able to get out of those waterlogged panties. Despite being alone, I still crouched down and removed them as discreetly as I could. I then stuffed them tightly into the crack I discovered. The hole's not big enough, some of it's still sticking out. If only there was just a little more space. What do I do now? I know, I could use a piece of wood to dig it in there and make it bigger. Use the piece of wood. I'm so glad my brother didn't have to see me doing this. Please don't let anybody find me until I'm done. Especially not Big Brother. Not that Big Brother would be likely to wander into a girl's bathroom. But it was possible, given the circumstances. So just to be safe, I figured it couldn't hurt to pray that that didn't happen. Maybe I should stuff them down even further. It would be embarrassing if anyone would find it after all. Okay. My underwear was now totally buried and out of sight. There was no way anyone could come across them if they didn't know it was there. Satisfied, I stood up. It's so drafty now. But it's still a lot better than wearing those wet panties. It's been nothing but earthquakes since we got here. I wonder if this place will be okay. It seems even older than the school building. I peeked my head out from the bathroom and looked around. Nobody's out there, right? Big brother. Big brother. My voice echoed a lot louder than I was expecting. It actually surprised me, considering the wet dirt walls. I didn't think the sound would travel that far. I'm scared. If any of Big Brother's friends are nearby, please. I really want to wash my hands. I began walking through the hall once again, this time a bit slower and more unevenly due to exhaustion. Oh, we don't have time for that, honey. We gotta go. Let's go this way. I don't think the storehouse is a good place for a child. Oh no, the death room is not the place for the child. Maybe the storehouse ought to be okay. Stop. God, it's like you just started talking to the cat. I'm so sorry. Stop. Or not. Fuck off. Whatever. I guess I really can't open it. I wonder what the exit to this place is. Probably in the body pool. Wouldn't that be fucked? Oh, we're at 7. Cool. Death row now. I think we're here. I keep doing that. Hello, friend! It's a decayed skeletal corpse. It's me. The clothing and diminutive stature suggest it was likely an elementary school boy. His name tag is still pinned to his breast pocket. Great Harbor Elementary School. Hiroshi Takano. Hi, are you from Great Harbor too? The decaying corpse. Based on the outward appearance and uniform, it was likely a junior high school girl. Oh. Her student ID name tag, it seems to have survived intact. Takine Municipal Middle School. Koi Kawahara. I probably should have looked for bodies earlier. That was my bad. Well, because if what I heard is correct, I have to get every single ending anyway. I would be so mad if that's the case. Because, what is it? Shangri-La has like 100 endings. God, this little tea is empty as fuck. Hi! Oh my god! Hello. Did not expect to see you here. It's newly deceased corpse, practically still warm. It's easy to tell at a glance this was a female junior high school student. Your student ID name tag on the ground at her feet. Shobu University Middle School. Michi Moritashi. Stop. I'm gonna stop doing that. No, it's not what I wanted. Hi. A set of skeletal remains. There doesn't seem to be any way to determine gender or age. But there's a student ID name tag lodged in its eye socket, identifying the remains as likely having belonged to a male junior high school student. Takine Municipal Middle School. Kyogo, Shibuya. Okay. Body pool? Question mark? Great, I was honestly expecting something to happen in the halls. The door to this particular room was shuddering ever so slightly. as if there were a breeze blowing against it gently from inside.
なんか開きそう。
I think I can open this. Slowly and hesitantly, I put both hands on the doorknob and started to turn.
入れるみたい。
I guess I can go in.
よし、入ってみよう。
Alright, let's see what's in here.
出口につながってるといいな。
I hope it connects to an exit somewhere.
ひどい匂い。
It smells awful. As soon as the door opened, even a crack, a powerful, horrible stench slammed into my face and twisted around my nasal cavities like a jet of water.
これ、何かが腐った匂いだ。
This is the smell of something rotting. It's about to be you. I was instantly feeling nauseous and lightheaded, as if I was suddenly deprived of oxygen.
もうダメ。早く出よう。
I can't do this. I need to get out of here.
水の音。水があるのかな。
Sound like water. Is there water in here? Holding my nose, I stepped back into the room and crept over toward the source of the noise. If there were water here, maybe I could wash my hands, I thought.
お水、どこ？
Where is it? My extreme thirst came back full force as well. Clean water was the greatest thing I could have possibly found at this point. I accidentally knocked over a bucket, spilling its contents on the ground in front of me. I hate the sound of flies. Oh my god! Fucking kill yourselves. Stop with the flies! Countless flies immediately flew out from the overturned bucket and began swarming all around me, because it feels like bugs are crawling on me now, and I hate it. Their buzzing wings sounded right up against my ears, as if they were attacking me. I let up my nose and began flailing my arms wildly, attempting in vain to drive them away.
前が見えないよ。
I can't even see my hands in front of my face. As I haphazardly stumbled forward, I found my foot splashing a shallow liquid. Mere moments later, my hand came in contact with a wall and brushed against the switch. I heard a faint clicking sound, and then the lights blinked on, and I got a clear look at the room I was standing in.
何？ここ。
What is this place?
死体。
Are those bodies? A large portion of the floor had been dug out into something resembling a pool, which was filled with stagnant, discolored water and dismembered bodies. Are we sure that's water? The bodies were decomposing a lot faster than they naturally would, on account of the wetness. Most of them had swarms of maggots instead of faces. Several bodies had actually washed up out of the ground outside of the pool as well. Those few that still had limbs looked like they may lose them at any moment. Their torsos were all swollen and black, and everything else was bone white.
なんで死体がこんなに集まって。
Why are there so many bodies in one place? Because it's the body pool. The closest body was spurting sappy mucus from his nose and mouth, staring at me with an ugly, mean expression. The thick fluid coming out of it was reddish-brown in color. It seemed to be a disgusting mixture of blood and dead bugs.
何の音？
What's that sound? Some sort of huge door high along the top of the wall opened up, and I could clearly feel the breeze blowing through the room. It was a trash chute.
ここを登っていけば元の場所に戻れるかな。
If I climb up here, maybe I can get back to the school building.
今度は何の音？
What is that? Oh,
何か聞こえる。近づいてくる。
I can hear something that's getting closer. I was afraid it might be coming through that hole, so I put some distance between it and myself. Something heavy fell from above and splashed into the pool, spraying my face with rotten, stagnant water.
Stay!
A body! A body! How's my darkening doing, by the way? Ah, it didn't change yet. Oh, it should. It hurts, it hurts. The body that had just fallen into the pool of water was wearing a school uniform. As soon as it touched the liquid, it began bubbling and melting into it as if it were a bag of ingredients tossed into a stew pot. One of the poor victim's lungs floated to the surface, giving the whole scene even more of a sick, soup-like appearance. You need to get out of here now. I can't stay in here any longer. I dragged my wet foot on a dry pot of ground for a second or two, then made a dash to the door. As soon as I was back out into the hall, I fell to my knees in shock. I couldn't even move. The smell of death and decay was still sticking to me, and still trying to snake its way into my nose, till I could do not throw up on the spot. I hadn't eaten anything for hours, so I'm not even sure if I would have actually thrown up. But I still felt like I had to, more strongly than ever before. Maybe it would have been best just to let it come out. I'm sure I would have felt better afterward. But I honestly didn't want to see my own vomit right now. Not after all the other disgusting things I'd seen. I've had enough. And I'm sure now you can see why I take breaks from this game. Little too descriptive for my taste. Why has all this happened? At times like these especially, I really longed for my big brother. If only he were here with me. I cried out for him, as if in a prayer. Big brother, please come save me. It's Pikachu. Please come save me. I can't move. Is somebody there? Is somebody there? Oh. Oh, it's Pikachu. Oh, it's Pikachu. Time to save a game, 'cause she's about to kill us. God, she is such a good actress, dude. Like, she deserves all of the Oscars? All the Oscars. There's a little girl here, with arm outstretched, begging for help. I rushed over to her side. What's wrong? Are you alright? She was faintly glowing. Is she a ghost? My stomach really hurts, and my chest feels like it's on fire. She seems like she's in a lot of pain, but all I could do for her is... Here? I don't see any injuries. It's painful. It hurts. She's pulling at you, Yuga. You can see how much bullshit you are. All I could do for her was offer physical comfort. If I rubbed her back, maybe she'd feel better.
ありがとう。
Thanks.
ごめんね。こんなことしかできなくて。
I'm sorry, this is all I know how to
ちょ
do.
っと楽になったの。
It feels a little better now.
そう？よかった。
It does. I'm so glad to hear that. The girl grimaced again, as if she were experiencing some new pain all of a
ま
sudden.
だ無理しない方がいいよ。ね？
You shouldn't push yourself too hard, okay?
うん。
Okay.
あなたもここに迷い込んだの？
So did you get lost in here too?
ううん、わかんない。
I don't know.
気がついたらここで倒れてたの。
I just woke up in here.
気がついたら
Woke up?
ずっと寂しかった。
And I've been so I give Pikachu all of the Oscars. God, she's doing so good. Gaslight, Gatekeep, and Girl Boss.
そっか、一人で寂しかったね。よく頑張ったね。
Oh, so you've been all alone all this time. You've been a real trooper then. I gently brushed my hand against the little girl's face, wiping away her tears. I know it just met her, but I already really felt for her. She had a lot worse than I
あ
did.
なた、お名前は？
So tell me, what's your name?
幸子。
Sachiko.
幸子。幸子ちゃんっていうのね。
Sachiko. Your name is
う
Sachiko.
ん。
Uh-huh.
私はゆかだよ。持田
I'm Yuka. Yuka Mochida.
ゆか。ゆかお姉ちゃん？
Yuka. Big sister Yuka.
お姉ちゃん？
Big,
お姉ちゃんか。
big sister, you want me to be your big sister? Don't you already, you already had someone trying to be your big brother? Why are you all about being a big sis? Wouldn't you think? I feel like I just end there. What do you think?
Huh?
Oh, that's not a good face. Huh?
なんかお姉ちゃんって呼ばれると照れちゃうなって。
It's just a little weird to hear somebody call me big sister. That's all, but I like it. I took Sachiko's tiny little hand in my own and pulled her to her feet.
よし、立てるね。
Here we go. You can stand, right? Sachiko's hand was so thin and light compared to my own. Not just light, it almost felt like it was completely
や
weightless.
っぱり幽霊なんだ。
I guess she really is a ghost. So she knows this! She knows! But she's stupid. Sachiko noticed me staring at her, and I must have had quite a look on my face. It seemed to bother her, so I did my best to force a smile. I'm sure she was worried I'd leave her all by herself again, and I wanted to make sure she knew I was here for her.
どうしたのお姉ちゃん？
What's wrong, Big Sis?
ちょっと考え事してて。
Oh, nothing. I was just thinking about something else.
ごめんなさい。
I'm sorry. Sachiko lowered her head and looked like she was about to
ど
cry.
うして謝るの？
Why are you apologizing?
幸子。多分幽霊だから。
Because I think I'm a ghost. Oh. You are the best manipulator. Oh my god. Wow. You made me awe. Fuck off.
お姉ちゃんと違うから
I'm different from you, big sis.
怖がらせちゃって。ごめんなさい。
So I'm sorry if I scare you. God, you're so good.
よかったらこんな小さい子を不安にさせるなんて。
Was just my fear really upsetting this little girl so much? That's terrible. I took Sachiko's hand in both of mine, turning to face her and ducking down a little so our eyes were level.
大丈夫だよ。幽霊は怖いけど、なんだかあなたは怖くない気がするの。
It's okay. I'm scared of ghosts, but I'm not scared of you. I promise. That's gonna change in 5 seconds.
怖くない？本当に？
You're not scared, for real. God, Pikachu's so good!
幸子ちゃんは大丈
No, I'm not. I'm not scared of you, Sachiko.
夫。お姉ちゃん行っちゃうの？
Big sis, are you going to leave me? I did have to think for a moment, since I knew I couldn't take a ghost with me very far. But in the end, I also knew I couldn't just leave her.
幸子ちゃんも一緒にゆかのお兄ちゃんを探してくれる？
Well, will you come with me to look for my big
お
brother?
兄ちゃん？
Your big brother.
すっごく頼りになるの。きっと幸子ちゃんにも優しくしてくれるよ。
Yeah, he's a really kind, really dependable person. I'm sure he'll be really nice to you too, Sachiko. Her head was still down, but her eyes were peeking up at me. She looked nervous, but for the first time since we started talking, she also looked hopeful.
幸子も一緒に行っていいの？
You don't mind if Sachiko comes with... You're pulling the calling yourself by the first name trope? Oh my goodness!
もう一人じゃないよ。ゆかがお姉ちゃんがそばにいるからね。
Sure, you're not alone anymore. Your big sister is right here for you. That sprite's really cute of Sachiko. Just ignore the neck. Cute little girl. Honestly, I was lonely too. I probably wanted her to be with me just as badly as she wanted someone with her. Ghost or no. She doesn't want someone with her.
さあ行こう、幸子ちゃん。
Come on, Sachiko, let's go. I turned to head back down the hall, but was stopped by Sachiko tugging on my uniform. She was wearing a forced smile on her face, but still looked uneasy.
お姉ちゃん、私の言うこと聞く？
Sachiko, why are you letting it slip so soon? Big sis, will you do what I say?
言うこと？言うことって？
What you say? What was she going to tell me to do? I was so surprised by the question. I wasn't sure how best to respond. But the longer I thought about it, the more uneasy she looked, so...
お姉ちゃんね、あなたのお話なら聞くよ。
Big sister will listen to any request you make.
本当？
Really?
だから何でも話してね。
You can ask me anything you want, anytime. I will listen. Key term, I will listen. Okay. There was clearly something specific she had in mind, but I wasn't going to push her about it. She had asked me when she was ready. She seemed satisfied with my answer and let go of my uniform. And so, hand in hand, we continued down the hall in search of my big brother. There's only one room we haven't gone in yet. Ah! No! Why does that keep happening? Right. And that is the death room. Guess the big brother really isn't in here.
そうだね。
Guess not.
幸子ちゃん、ゆかの他には誰も見なかった？
Sachiko, have you seen anyone else in here besides me?
うん。
That's all she said. And then silently, she squatted on the ground and wrapped her arms around her knees.
どうしたの？どこか痛いの？
What's wrong? Are you hurt?
お姉ちゃん、
Big sis,
寒いよ。
I'm cold.
寒い？
You're cold. She nodded firmly, most exaggeratedly.
そっか。 幽霊でも痛みを感じるならきっと寒さも感じるよね。かわいそう。
I guess that makes sense. If a ghost could feel pain, there's no reason she couldn't also feel changes in temperature. Poor girl. As if to show me just how cold she was, she then started visibly shivering. Brr.
ねえ幸子ちゃん、何かゆかにできることない？
Hey Sachiko, is there anything I can do to make you feel better?
何か
Anything?
そう、幸子ちゃんがこれ以上辛くならないように何でも言って。
Uh-huh. I've been through so much already. I don't want you to have to go through anything else, so if I can help, just tell me.
じゃあ
In that case,
お姉ちゃんのそれちょうだい。
can I have those? She was pointing at my feet.
靴下？
My socks? This was the first time I noticed that Sachiko was walking around barefoot.
あ、
I was so busy worrying about myself, about finding my big brother. I completely failed to pay attention to poor Sachiko's
ご
appearance.
めんね、すぐ気がつかなくて。
I'm sorry, I didn't notice earlier.
いいの、
It's alright. Sachiko shook her head.
私お姉ちゃんなのにもっと早く気づいてあげられればよかった。
If I'm supposed to be her big sister, I really need to be more observant. I need to pay more attention. You do. If I were a big brother, I would have noticed right away and given her my shoes. But it wasn't too late. I took off my shoes and socks and offered them to Sachiko. They were a little wet, but still better than walking on those cold dirt floors in bare feet. I didn't really like the idea of doing that myself. But just one look at those poor lost souls. At this poor lost soul's shaking form convinced me I was doing the right thing.
ありがとうお姉ちゃん。
Thank you, big sis. Sachiko took just the socks, leaving the shoes in my hand.
幸子ちゃん、靴下だけでいいの？上履きは？
You okay with only socks, Sachiko? You don't want to wear my shoes over them?
うん。だってお姉ちゃんが裸足になっちゃうでしょ？
I'm okay. If I took both, then you'd be barefoot. She flashed a gentle smile at me, which stayed on her face the whole time she slowly put on both of my socks.
ゆかお姉ちゃんに怪我してほしくないから。
I don't want my big sister Yuka to get hurt after. She's such a gaslighter. No.
そっか、優しいんだね、幸子ちゃんは。
That's very thoughtful of you, Sachiko. I patted her head, just like Big Brother always did to me.
お姉ちゃん大好き。
Oh my god! Turn it up, Sachiko! Oh my god. You're making me choke over here. Oh my. I love you, big sis. Her smile had grown. It now stretched from cheek to cheek, and I began to feel like I'd do anything at all to keep her happy. I wonder if this is how Big Brother felt when I smiled at him like
頑張
that.
ろうね、幸子ちゃん。
Let's do our best in here, Sachiko. Despite the severity of the situation, I was in high spirits. I've forgotten just how horrible this place really was.
頑張る？
Do our best.
うん、お兄ちゃんを見つけられるように。
Do our best to find Big Brother.
幸子ちゃん、今何か言った？
You're plotting. Sachiko, did you say something? I thought that was a giggle, but it sounded different somehow. Like your voice had changed into someone else's, or someone else was here.
ううん。
Yes, you did, Sachiko. You can't lie to me.
かわいい。むちゃくちゃしたい。
You're so cute, I just want to mess you right up.
何？
What?
うんうん、何も言ってないよ。
I didn't say anything.
そっか、気のせいかな。
Guess it was just my imagination then. What is it they usually say in movies? Must have been the wind? Not likely in a stagnant underground bunker like this, but still.
きっと怖がりすぎなのかも。
I think I'm just getting
もっ
paranoid.
としっかりしなくちゃ。お姉ちゃんなんだから。
I need to pull myself together. I'm a big sister after all. I put on the bravest face I could manage and marched back out into the hall, pausing only to make sure Sachiko was still behind me. Rude! There's a body in there.
ここはさっき来たところ。
Were we just in
そ
here?
うだね。他を探そうか。
You're right, let's look someplace else. No!
大丈夫。きっとお兄ちゃんが何とかしてくれるから。
Don't worry, once we find Big Brother, he'll be able to help us. I know he
お
will.
兄ちゃん
Big Brother will?
すっごく頼りになるんだ。
He's really smart, we can count on him for sure.
へえ、そうなんだ。
Ellie, that's great. Finally, body. There are thoroughly decomposed remains on the table here. Based on the general appearance and what's left of the deceased clothing, it appears to have belonged to a very young girl. The name tag is still affixed to her chest. Great Harbor Elementary School. Mako Sakurai. Set of skeleton remains. Doesn't seem to have any way to determine the gender from clothing or build alone. But there is a student ID name tag nearby, bearing a traditional feminine name. Komoshiro Trade School. Sakura Motoi? No bodies on the ceiling. How is there a scratch mark up there? Boy, how? Alright, well, let's leave. And with that, I'm going to end the episode here. As we see the queen of gaslighting at work. So thank you very much for watching, and hopefully, I will see you later.